They said she was an accomplice, that she knew, that she stayed silent. But no one asked why she stayed silent. No one saw the bruises under her eyes. No one looked close enough when she finally said, "I thought if I told the truth he'd kill me." Her name was Carla Mae Randall, 29 years old, worked at a grocery store in rural Arkansas. She was quiet, polite, always in modest sweaters with tiny embroidered flowers. She smiled nervously. She never raised her voice, and every week, she asked the cashier to break a 10 bill so she could give her son money for school lunch. People looked at her and saw nothing special, because the horror she lived through was invisible. She lived with a man named Denny Collins. To the neighbors, he was her boyfriend. In reality, he was her jailer. She met Denny when she was 20. He was older, charming, confident. At first, flowers, compliments, promises, then jealousy, then slips, then complete control. Within 2 years, Carla had no phone, no friends, no family contact. Just Denny, and fear, and one more thing, her baby boy, Elijah. She stayed for him. One evening, Denny came home with blood on his sleeve. He threw a stranger's wallet and a gun on the kitchen table. Say a word, and you know what happens to you and to Elijah. The next morning, Carla was arrested. Her fingerprints were on the wallet, and the gun. She didn't even know who the man was. That man was James Hundley, age 42. Shot and killed. The charge, first-degree murder, accomplice. In court, the prosecutor said, she knew, she helped, she stayed silent. That makes her guilty. Carla sat shaking in the courtroom, tears, hands trembling, but she said nothing, because Denny was sitting right there, staring at her. And with just his eyes, he told her, "Say anything, and you dead." Her court-appointed lawyer didn't ask for a trauma evaluation. No one told the jury she was a victim. Verdict, guilty. Sentence, 20 years, no parole. It sounds strange, but prison felt like freedom. It was the first place Carla could sleep without fear. First place she could say no and not be punished. It was the first place she told anyone the truth. No one believed her at first, until a corrections officer named Cindy Harris looked closer, and saw not a criminal, but a woman who survived something unimaginable. Cindy wrote a letter to a justice nonprofit, and 6 months later, Carla's case was reopened. What they found was chilling. No one had even tested Denny's DNA. The wounds on the victim matched Denny's height and shoe print. And the worst part, an old audio tape. In a bar, drunk, Denny had said, "She is in there doing time for me." Girl knew her place. On year 15, Carla was called into the warden's office. Ray being released, she froze, then she cried, then she left, then she screamed. Because she didn't believe it was real, he ran, hid under a fake name for a year. But eventually, they found him. He was tried, convicted. Sentence, 27 years. Carla didn't go to court. She said, "I've already paid for what he did. I don't need to see him again." Carla is now a speaker, a survivor. She helps women who are trapped in abusive situations. She teaches law students what it means to be coerced into silence. Her son, now grown, hugged her outside the prison gates. "You home now. Mama, how many women are in prison for crimes they were forced into? How many juries hear accomplice and never ask, was she afraid for her life? How many times has silence been mistaken for guilt?" Carla Mae Randall is not the exception. She is the evidence that in a system built for punishment some stories are never told.